wow, I was already drawing it, kinda. I took like an hour, like 2-hour break between the sketch and now, because I watched Jujutsu Kaisen, and then I did other things. And also, coincidentally, I wasn't even looking at the time. This just happened on accident. I just was thirsty. I poured myself a glass of milk, so today I have milk. That's nice. We got milk for the stream. Remind me to have this milk drinking before 4 hours is up, because then that's how long it takes milk to go bad. Give or take, like, 30 minutes. 3 hours, remind me to chug my milk. I mentioned this art in the Discord like a month to 3 months ago. Honestly, I don't remember how close to 3 months it was, but I know it was under 3 months ago I mentioned this. Where I said I was going to draw this dream I had. There we go. As you can see, I had bird references open because I needed to draw a bird. I don't know how to describe it, but I also have a lot of references pulled up of what I would call yaoi men, which are men drawn with maximum female gaze possible. So that I have the proper reference to make this as yaoi as possible. Also, how you doing, Salamander? Music's not up yet, but it will be. We're gonna start with this song, because this song's a banger. Yippee. Milk. Me. I already did 99% of the sketching. Salamander, what's more romantic? I was deciding on this character. Because the lore is, from my dream, because this was all dreamed up, that these two are married. Would it be better for the wedding ring to be around the neck, because they don't have hands, obviously? Would it be better for the wedding ring to be on a string around the neck, or on the foot? What do you think's more romantic? For the wedding ring. Anyway, I have a face to sketch. So I'm also doing a face shot of all the characters, because they're both wearing hats that cover their face. God, this song's a banger. God, the song's good. If you know what this song is from, this is from Your Lie in April, which is one of the best anime I've seen. It's one of those like, I don't know what to call it, but like the anime that are just for everyone, where it's and by that I mean like, because when you think anime, you think all the anime tropes and like probably shonen, honestly. Like Death Note, I'd say Death Note is for everyone, because you could make someone who like just vehemently hates anime, you could make them watch Death Note and they'll watch it because it's good, and there's like no tropes in it. There's no tropes that you learn to love / have to get used to. I'd say there's one of those, or like any Studio Ghibli film as well. Like those. The ones you don't need any preparation. You don't have to be an anime fan. Yeah, anyway, Your Lie in April is one of those. God, it's so good. Honestly, if you don't like Your Lie in April, like, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? Everyone on Earth should watch Your Lie in April. It's 24 episodes, so it's a bit of a watch. I just watch a lot of short anime. I guess 25 episodes not that much. I feel like 24 episodes is pretty average. I'm doing alright. How are you? I already asked, I guess. It's just, I do like watching... Again, this is a term I've heard one person use, and I've never heard anyone use it except me and that other person. But summer anime, which is a 12-episode anime that's not meant to have a season 2. That is just meant to run over like summer vacation, essentially. It's just a thing you watch. I like those. I love summer. Those are chill. Okay, I don't think you caught it because you were doing something, but... So these two are meant to be married. This is a married couple. Where should I put their ring? Is it more romantic to put the ring around the neck because they don't have a hand? Or to put it on the foot? What do you think? I'll probably get a lot of people's opinions on it. I'll wait. I'll have to wait till more people come in because I'll probably wait on putting that in. Oh, man, my throat's really phlegmy today. I feel like I'm talking without breathing. The human body just needs like a way to cough as hard as physically possible so that you can just clear your throat. Because I feel like I can't force myself to do like a really hard cough. It has to come naturally, an extremely powerful cough. But I wish I could just like do a super cough like right now and just get this whole shit in my throat dealt with. True. I muted to see how hard I could cough. See if I could fix what's going on my throat right now. Yeah, I feel like the hardest that I can cough when trying is like 50% as hard as my body coughs when it needs to cough. don't remember what was wrong with me, but when I was little, I used to have, like, big coughing fits. I was like General Grievous. I was a big cougher. Actually, I was probably worse than General Grievous, if you know General Grievous's coughs. I was probably worse than that, honestly. What kind of nose did I give him? 20. I was studying, like, YAOI, like, all day today. I'd be like, what are the features that people put on twinks for YAOI? Hey! No, General Grievous is the robot with, 4 lightsabers and 4 arms. And he had the coughing problem. Well, he's not a robot, he's a cyborg, but, you know, he's mostly robot. How you doing, Mara? Mara, question. I'm asking everyone who comes in so I can know what to draw. I don't even know what a ghost is. So these two are a married couple. Is it more romantic because because they don't have an arm? Is it more romantic to put the ring on a necklace or on the foot? I presumed it was an energy drink. I've just literally never heard of it. It sounds like it's either really good or awful. Yeah, what do you think? Neck or toe? I mean safety. The wedding ring. So I'm gonna be getting everyone's opinion because I want a consensus vote. Not a consensus. I just want a lot of opinions. I'll hear any reasoning out. Okay, maybe I'll just put a tally in the corner over here. Oh, Amanda, you still haven't given your vote. Well, in my head, if on foot, I can get scratched duty. I guess, so it's also a birdie. The bird. Neck. Foot. Colon. One vote. If the stream somehow gets late enough where I haven't drawn it, it won't be too hard to add it, I guess, either. I could just even do it after stream, add it to the foot or the neck. Oh yeah, do you like my couple? As mentioned before, I mentioned this in the Discord a long time ago, that I had a crazy fucking dream about these two. And I was like, man, I have to draw them. So I'm finally drawing them. I had a dream about this married couple having a marital dispute one time. And it was a really sad marital dispute. Yeah, what do you think about the happy couple? They love each other. I only watched one episode of Blue Eye Samurai. It's just one of those, I need to watch more. It's just one of those shows where there's a lot on my plate at the time. I'm trying to really yaoi this guy up. Because in my dream, he was like maximum yaoi, right? So I need to yaoi this guy. He needs to be as yaoi as possible. So also, if you have any yaoi ideas, let me know so I can pump them up. Have nudity? Bro, I didn't even know that. Spoilers. I gotta get my YAOI references. Where are they? Oh, they're over here. Yes, if you insist, I'm alive. I shouldn't message Jay, because he's probably gonna go to bed soon. I'm happy asleep already. Wait. I was readjusting all my tabs because I needed the tab that has all my YAOI references on it. I was trying to remember every Tumblr sexy man, like Orochimaru, Twilight Princess Link, etc. You know what? That's one I haven't looked at. Let me look at Twilight Princess Link. That one's gonna give me a lot of yaoi. I know it. If I just scroll back. Everyone draws Twilight Princess Link yaoi. Like the most common thing. What do you mean by the girl? Man, remember when Twilight Princess was the most recent Zelda game? That certainly was an era. Honestly, even though Twilight Princess, I will say it's a bad game. I actually hate playing the game. But the era of Twilight Princess being the newest Zelda was probably the best time to be a Zelda fan. The fandom was just so nice. Everything was just so nice and peaceful. You know, we had the Wii. We had a lot of games coming out with like different fucking like properties and shit. It was a nice time. Anyway, let me stop procrastinating his eyes. The way the eyes I draw get smaller in every artwork. Soon I'm gonna be drawing realistic eyes. this right. Sour patch. So I think that cough I did when I was muted, that like super cough, I think that did help. I think my throat's actually clear. I think that giga cough I tried to force out of my lungs. I had to like put my whole lungs into it. I had to put all my energy into that cough. He's twinked up, so he has to have beautiful eyelashes. That's too feminine. Need to get that like eyelash, but not too girly eyelash. How do you feel? I guess also the chin. Maybe I made the chin too narrow. Also, I drew the nose kind of different. The nose perfect. And I'm doing just a headshot of the character because their default poses kind of cover their eyes. I think the hard thing is the last characters I can remember people thirsting for are both furry characters. Which would help, but I'm not drawing a furry, so it's, in this case, like the one time it's not useful. Like, something Vaughn from Zenless Zoneless Zero. People were thirsty for him. Even the most non-furry people I know were thirsting for him. There is so much thirst for him that there's not even that much gender swap art of him. That's how you know people really like him, is when there's like zero gender swap art. Man, it just shows how often I draw like soft boys. That like I never see myself drawing like masculine eyebrows like this. Like, there's a good number of gender swap art of the guy from Zenless Zoneless Zero, but it's not a lot, you may note. There's crazy thing about Luna from the other Hell of a Boss and whatnot. The crazy thing about Luna is that Luna also has like a fuck ton of gender swap art. Like, I think people like Luna as a guy more than people like Luna as a girl. Which is like such an insane rarity that I kind of love it. Like, that's such a rarity that I love it. That I'm like, hell yeah. Oh no, I'm one of those people. I will admit. They're villains. Should I make should I make this expression more evil? More mean? Because these characters were villains in my story. In my dream. Yeah, I think I should make them more angry. This just after the art stream where I'm like, can we get a gay character that's not evil? Look at me, doing it. I'm becoming part of the problem. Or at least part of my peeve. But to be fair, because I had a dream, and I have to draw the dream now. Maybe. I don't know, I'm just trying to make the eyes. It's the eyes I think are also messing with me. I don't know, I'm trying to make the eyes look nice, but I feel like I'm not. Ooh, I like this more. I need more eye references. If only there was an evil tag on this website. I need evil characters. Do you think Girahim is gonna have any thirst trap art? I feel like he didn't get that much art when he came out. Girahim. I'm kind of right. 99% of the Girahim art is thirst trap art. But it's not much art in total. I was like kind of right. Ooh, this one's YAOI. Mondo %. Yeah, maybe I just copy these Girahim eyeballs. Where'd my pen go? What? There it is. Okay, let's have a little bit of fun with my throat now, like putting all my energy into every sneeze. To find the right, like, twink art, I was looking at, I was using the tags male, long hair, and makeup to find my twink art for references. Because you know I'm right, if they're wearing makeup, they're gonna be a twink. Every time. A little bit of mascara, eyeshadow. Maybe he could use some eyeshadow. I'm trying to think what fits the personality, because I don't want to just make a new character. I think he'd wear eyeshadow. Also, I got news from J-Rod. You have a vote. Salamander, you still haven't given me your vote yet. By the way, the tally is not final. Like, if I hear enough convincing arguments for the side that loses, I will change the side. It just also helped me gauge what might be better. Okay, these two are, I'll say it again, these two are married. Should the ring go on a necklace, because they have no hand, or on the foot, because they're a bird? Also, I did not draw the ring on his hand yet, but... Oh, and you can't even see his ring finger. You can like, barely see it. Yeah. Like, probably on a talon. Probably not on the ankle. It's a normal sized ring, I feel. Oh, I'm glad I didn't show this art. I almost put this art on stream. I didn't even see that this guy has his penis out. One of the arts I was using as reference. You can barely see it, but it's there. Okay, I'll put another tally up. God, I didn't put this reference on screen. Maybe. I think. I'm also sketching extra hard. Because I sketch more when I'm not sure. And I also could draw the heron. Yeah, I definitely wanted the side to be partially covered. Oh my god, do you know what you realize who I just drew? I've once again subconsciously drawn a different character. Oh, I forgot his last name. Give me a second. Not Raven. Close. How am I misspelling it? I spelled backwards? Oh my god. Hold on. Separate tab. Type it while I'm looking at it. Yosuke from fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! It's him! Also known as Callan Kessler from the English dub. But Kyosuke Kiru from the original Japanese. Specifically when he's in his depression arc. After he gets depression, is how I've drawn him. The Crash Town arc, specifically. Oh my god, there is so much yaoi art of Callan, dude. Actually, this is the perfect thing. I need to use him as a reference. What the hell? There's so much yaoi. Of course. 5D is released in peak yaoi era. Of course he would be the character with the yaoi. I'm not saying this as an insult. I am just saying this as a matter of fact. If Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds came out today, the fan art would be of this guy with like, it would be like this, he would have like cutting marks. Not as like an insult, it's just that's how people would like draw a character who is as depressed as him with the context of what happens to him in the show. Not saying that any bad way, I'm just saying as a matter of fact, that's how he would be drawn if the show released today. I'm saying it because half the fan art I'm seeing is him with a gun in his mouth, which is a different way. That's how they used to do it in Tumblr fan art. Oh, how times change drawing depressed characters. But also, he didn't kill himself, he was killed. For anyone who only watched Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds in the dub and don't know what happened to him, he went to jail and then got abused by the prison staff until he died of starvation in prison. That's what happened to him. It's so funny how censored 5Ds is in English. The main moral of the story of all of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds is that the cops are a piece of shit. That's the moral. Nearly every person in the story is fucked over by the cops in that story. But in English, it's like barely there. It's barely there in the English version. Which is funny because the cops are nicer in Japan. It's just funny as hell. Like, oh no, yeah, these cops are fucking awful. Like a bomber gets is basically in indentured servitude because of the cops, and then gets executed by them once he tries to rat them out, or once he tries to spill the corruption beans. And the main character lives in a fucking dictatorship from the cops. The whole show is just cops bad, man. Big hat. It does look a bit girly, this character, in my current drawing. I think it's an acceptable amount of girly. I might widen the chin, though. This will be the cheek. Might have to, like, harden the cheek out. Even look... I have instinctually draw cheeks like this. Too many YAOI tabs open. Masculine characters. Very often. Just in adding a curve to everything. I've drawn boys before, but they're not. I don't draw like masculine guys too much. Also, I was drawing that when you can't even see. It's gonna be behind the hair. Oh, wait, I forgot he has a lip piercing. Oh, and I did sketch, even though the behind the ear, he has an earring. But again, can't see it. Hair too long. Maybe an eyebrow piercing thought. I kind of like it. I kind of like eyebrow piercing. It's so funny how big the hat is. Because a big hat looks fucking awesome when it's at this angle, but it kind of looks silly when it's at this angle. It can't look... It looks a little funny. And it's the right size, by the way. This is the right size for the hat. This is the same size as this one. Also, in the sketch, this kind of looks like a cowboy hat, but I assure you this is not a cowboy hat. On the bird. I can assure you, in the sketch it kind of looks like it, but it is not. Ain't no cowboy. Speaking of the bird, we had to draw a bird. I had to add more accessories to the bird, because the bird doesn't feel like he has enough. But what a cool fucking bird we have. Oh, my phone's charged. I put it off the charger. Also, if anyone's watching in the Discord, I literally 3D modeled this sword and this shamisen. I also 3D modeled the hats and the shoes, just so I wouldn't have to draw them without a proper reference. And it is funny because you can only see like this much of the shamisen in this art. But hey, I might draw these guys again, so... I'm trying to get the bird beak in the same this beak sucks. Also, I saw an ant today. They're coming back. Season of ants is upon us. It's not hard, it just takes me a moment to get it. To like do this. I'll draw like the beak hole. Bro, how did I do that other beak? I do that other beak on like first try, man. Hold up. See, this is the reference I used to draw that fucking whole ass bird. Man, am I? That is really big. That is so big on this one. How are they gonna kiss? They don't. Their hats don't match. Someone's gonna take off their hat for the kiss, or else they're gonna bonk. I think I have to make a new layer because I don't know where to put this. Yeah, I feel like right now. Skip. A little longer. Do you think they share mascara? You think they got their own brands? I share mascara or no? Or mascara? Did I ever unmute the music? I did. Good. I'm not just vibing by myself. How am I gonna draw the feathers? Oh no, I'm drawing the infamous angle, I just realized. On a bird. I think the beak's in the wrong angle. I think that might be what's missing it. Yeah, if I like drew a nose here, and it was a person, it would like look fine. Actually, get See if I can find a bird reference. Has this angle. Two references showed up for all I typed in. Oh wait, what about that animal side? It's like rotating animal skull. I'll find animal pictures. Can I just type in bird? Thank you. Photos is blank. Kind of what I'm looking for. I found one. I'm just gonna draw a normal bird beak. I'm gonna draw and edit it. Into the facial expression that I need. Womp. Perspective. Oh, that's looking better. The eyes are off, just because they're not the right shape, I think. Yeah, they're evil. So I haven't even revealed one of the funny, or not the funny parts, one of the interesting parts. Because no one's asked. Till it's weightless. And it's so fun. It goes more of an angle than it curves later. That's a crazy shuffle to shuffle into the same. What's this string on my leg? What is this connected to? I'm gonna need to move this whole part. It's too big. To be in the center, at least. moving it all into its own layer. Now I can move it. It's so too big. Man, you hit me with that in time with the music that I thought it was the music, and then I glanced over and I saw the redeem. No, and it was the perfect one that would go with the music. It's kind of crazy. Oh, yeah. Hi, Dargan. Let me get up and adjust myself. Blow up my blankets a little. What? Did I just... I ripped my trousers. I don't feel a hole, so I think You know what art I wish I finished, but then I scrapped it. It's just this one time, I was like... Hard to explain, which is why I was drawing it initially. But this one time I went to the bathroom, or not the bathroom, to the kitchen to get, like, water. And, like, my butt itched. I went to scratch my butt. And then my hand just made complete contact with my bare butt. I turn around, and, like, you know, like, onesie pajamas, how they have, like, the zipper for your butt? It was like that. And I was like, how did that even happen? Like, it was a perfect, like, square rip in my pants. I just don't know how it happened. Because I didn't feel it. It felt like I was still wearing pants. Not a clue how that happened. I feel like the bird needs accessories. Well, I don't know what accessories to give the bird. I kind of already gave them, like, leg wrappings. Also, to more explain their dynamic, if you hurt the one on the left, the right is the one that would get the most angry at you. Like, if you hurt the other, the one on the right would definitely be the one to, like, actually kill you. He's the more emotional one. Did I not hit skip on this song? Oh, no, I skipped the previous one. I'm just not feeling that one. I need more accessories on the bird. Make it feel more than just a bird. Getting references. Hard to put anything on the wings. How is this one downvoted? Stumbled upon an art piece with quite a fucking awful comment section. Yeah, that's art's good. Why does it have 8 billion downvotes? It's well into the negatives. On this site where almost no art gets negatives. My pen. Where did my pen go? Here it is. It'd actually be hard to reach that for the bird. I have an idea. What if I put like bags attached to the ankle, like to the legs, so that like they can grab things out of it with the other talon. Maybe some sort of shirt. The shirt kind of makes him look more like a cowboy. Also, that's 2, by the way, that we have reached. And I was saying, previous streams, do you think we're going to stream, we're going to hit every version of this song on my playlist? We're 2 out of 3 for this playlist. This song in this playlist. 2 out of the 3 versions of the song have been hit. Outfit. Anyways. Oh, what if I make this one of those like sword holders where it has like the double strap? How to design clothes for a character who's a completely different species. portray this in the sketch. I want, like, makeup here. Not red, it's just the color I got. Ooh, what if I do like some sort of marking on the... I kind of like that. I think we're good. I think I can line art now. I might add more accessories as we go. And I wish it was later, because then I could message Evelyn and ask her opinion, but she is probably asleep right now. She might be up. It's probably like breakfast for her though, and she's not usually on at breakfast time. I might add some shit in. This reference up here. Oh, what a fitting song, actually. I didn't even pay attention to it. Why is it? Man, I got a lot of tabs open. Do you like the egg of a bird I made for the reference? Beautiful. And I'm sliding the art to the left because the wing goes off the page. I just wait till after the sketch to do that, typically. let's start with the person, because that's a bit easier to draw. Also, technically you should be able to see the eyes here, I think, but I'm gonna do the thing where they can't. I'm gonna put, like, lines here. The edge. It doesn't matter when there you go, I need that hat reference. Alright, here's the full shamisen model hidden behind the character.
I need to get a reference for this hat open again. And drawing all this Japanese stuff makes me want to play fucking Ghost of Tsushima. Okay, nerd. That's okay. Oh my god, I hate Instagram. Why do you make me have to inspect Element just to copy an image, you fucking twit of a website? Like yours, like carbon copy with identical breathes like you do. Mambo. Sounds like cha-cha. I might delete some of these details. I might put too many little scribbles. Just a few too many. That looks better. Less is more. I don't feel this song today. Next. Oh, different Ladybeard song, but equally, or not equally, better. I like this one better. Waiting for a future. What's stable. When I'm really focusing, I notice I clench my jaw. Not like clench it shut, but like lock it in place. Usually a little open, but it's like locked in. I get sore from being open. I did art, and all I got was lockjaw. It only happens when I'm locking in an art, though. It doesn't lock. I don't do that with any other locking in. Or specifically drawing. It doesn't happen when I'm 3D modeling. It doesn't happen when I'm coding. Only when I'm doing this. It's when I'm really locked in too. Man, I have like 4 other arts that can go up next week, but I think I'm gonna upload this one. This one, despite it being the last art I've done, obviously I'm doing it now. I think I'm gonna push it ahead in the upload queue. Because I like it. I'd play a game that's these two characters. But in my head, I haven't been mentioning it, but obviously this guy's a melee fighter because he has a sword. But I'm imagining the bird as like a spellcaster that kind of like flies above and like bombs and pesters the target, while the sword fighter guy goes in and fucking like lands some of the meaningful hits. Basically, you're getting your ass jumped. Why they're villains? They will jump you. Why is it like, I know what skeletons in the closet means, but why is it skeletons in the closet and not like in the basement? You know? Because if you killed a guy, are you gonna hide them in your closet? If you're gonna hide them in your house, you're gonna hide them in a basement. Come on. Why is it skeletons in the closet? You're stupid if you're hiding in a closet. Or you're stupid if you're hiding in your house, but, you know. Why are we hiding them in the closet? That shit's going in the attic or in the basement? Hell, the guy from that one Edgar Allan Poe story put him under the floorboards. That's smart. Smarter. Still not smart. Has anyone ever passively thought about this? And like, with your current knowledge, it would probably be pretty easy to be a murderer in like the early 1900s. Or like 1800s as well. You know, how do you think Jack the Ripper got away with it? Because it was fucking easy. The fucking we got like security cameras and cars now. Like, when you think about it, it was probably just really easy. Especially since the murderers who get away with it, even today, the murderers who get away with it just do it, or get away with it because they're not killing, they're killing like random people, essentially. You know? Just saying, it was probably really easy to get away with it. In the fucking ancient past. How old does something have to be before you're allowed to call it ancient? Or is ancient just like locked down to fucking like medieval Europe? You know? Because you know how, like, we kind of haven't changed the definition of retro? Even though the passage of time would imply that more things are retro? Because, like, retro has always been, like, in 64 and before. And even though when the term retro was coined, the, like, Switch was, like... The Nintendo Switch would probably be retro, from if we just do by time, from when retro was coined to the N64, the Switch would be retro. But we just all agreed that no, retro stays in 64 and before. It's unyielding in the time. We refuse to change it. Some people are saying, oh, like, kids these days are saying, like, the Wii is retro, but that's, like, a very small minority of kids. Especially since, like, with where we are in gaming right now... Oh my god, can I draw this fucking line? With where we are in gaming right now, a lot of indie games are really popular, and a lot of indie games are, like, made to look older. So older games aren't even looking that old, really. You know? We're keeping the old games young looking by just making new games that look like them. Can't draw the line here. Need a shower. I didn't shower today. I really should have. I don't know. I think I've mentioned it a trillion bazillion times, but with how my brain specifically works, is I have to work on a schedule, and if that schedule gets like kind of messed up, it kind of fucks up my will to do things that I don't want to do, i.e. shower. And like, just something threw off my schedule today, and I was like, well, I guess I can't shower. No, I can't shower today. You know, I kind of wanted to because I'm smelly. I was gonna say lucky, but no, I hate showering. I hate the act of doing it, but I hate the existence of not being showered. My eternal hell. The act of showering is agony to me, but the result is what I want. I want to not stink. Which is why I have to, like, schedule my shower. Or else my brain does not want to. So half the time when I draw a sword on someone's hip, it's just floating. I can't be fucked to draw the hilt being attached to a belt. It just doesn't make sense to my brain, the visual. And I can't put it to paper. I'd do that thing. Stinky. can't tell if I want to do the scars and coloring, or if I want to do them in line art as well. I'm thinking a little bit of line on the scars. I'm skipping some. So something funny is the reason the song's on my playlist, even though I haven't seen the anime yet, is because I was just on a YouTube like letting YouTube pick my music for a bit thing. I was like, man, this song's a banger. I should add it. And then I tab in, and it's from an anime that I've been meaning to watch. And I'm like, oh, that's funny. Mom. Also, it's like my favorite trope to do with clothing, where the split in the skirt is high enough that you can't tell if they're wearing underwear. Like, he is. I'm wearing like ancient old underwear, so it's kind of like more low profile, but whatever. I like that trope. I do a lot. My design thing. That's the thing I do a lot of my designs. If you haven't seen Your Lie in April, you totally fucking should. It's on like everything. You should watch it. Good anime. It'll make you cry. If it doesn't make you cry, you're a heartless monster. decided how high these socks go up. Phone break. Womp womp. How's everyone doing? Yippies. Alright, just a few more parts on my phone. Just a few more versions. Alright. I didn't decide on an eye color yet. I'm doing eyes. These weird shapes not be visible in the final product. draw this hat again. Mainly doing this for the hat. Yes. I should have rasterized it. Alright. Line it up. I have it on lower opacity so I can see if it's even lined up. Looks about right. And while I'm at it, let's do it for the bird one too, just so we have it. So I moved everything to the right for the composition, but now they're not lined up. The sketch. Hey, did this one get moved automatically? What the hell? Looks aligned already. How did this one get moved, but the other ones didn't when they were off? Weird. Anyway, I'm gonna use it to draw the hat now. but I need to have music play for chat. What color for the eyes? Now you seem to know.
I mentioned this in the Discord. I didn't finish the video, but there's this video I was watching where a YouTuber I just got introduced to, and I was like, let me look at all his other content. Like a few months ago, made like a diss video on another YouTuber I like, and I'm like, I've been convinced by these types of videos, you know. So I'm like, you know, I'll give it a shot. I'll see what he has to say. Like, what's wrong with this other guy, right? I only made it halfway through because the video was just... Not only was he poking at shit from like 8 to 9 years ago, right? But like some of the shit that he was like this guy's bad for doing, he like also did. I'm like, so you're bad then, right? And like one of his only valid points, because I think this is a very valid point, is the person has like really bad friends. Like some of his friends are not good people. But then he mentioned something where it's like, yeah, he befriended this bad guy and then made him a good person. And I'm like, wait. So that's a good thing. This is a diss video. You're talking shit on this guy. And you just mentioned how he like through his influence made like someone a better person. And I'm like, you're not making a very good case, you know, for why I shouldn't like this guy anymore. When one of your points is that he has bad friends, but he makes them better people, is like a really weird thing. Like, if anything, that just sounds really virtuous. That just sounds really good. I never even thought of it that way. I personally didn't. My opinion of the person went up after the diss video. And you might say maybe it was like a parody video. Maybe it was a joke. And it was supposed to make you like him. But no, he has another video where he passively mentions how much he hates this guy. And he's like, see my previous video if you want more info. I'm like, I did. You kind of made him look good. It was such a weird video. And I'm like... Because I'm always more than willing to, like, accept that, you know, maybe I have rose-tinted glasses and whatnot. Or maybe I just, like, look over red flags too hard. But it's like, that video, I was like, bro, you're not convincing me. And I'm 45 minutes into this, like, hour-and-a-half video. I'm pretty done. I'm like, this is boring. Halfway through. It was such a... I don't know. It just wasn't a good video. Like, I feel like I could make a better video on why he's not the best person. And I like him. Starting to like, I was like, oh, okay, this YouTuber's just not the YouTuber for me, because the video that made me like him, I like looked at his other content, and none of the other content is anywhere similar to the video that I liked. Like both in topic and in structure. Like this, like I liked the structure and topic, but none of his other videos were the same, like in any way, and I was like, oh. There's nothing for me here. Because he seems a little weird as well. Not worth the effort being subscribed. one of the things he was complaining about is that the guy I like in his video used like a bunch of screenshots of YouTube comments and was like, he has a lot of comments disagreeing with him in his own comment section. And he was like, and then the guy was like, well, those comments are pretty like low quality, even though they have like 400 likes on them on a YouTube video where like the average is like 800 likes for the top comment. I'm like, no, those are pretty relevant. He wasn't nitpicking really. And then he was like, earlier in the video though, this same guy who's complaining that he picked 2 unliked YouTube comments was like, his own subreddit is kind of mad at him. And then the posts he showed were like 2 upvotes and 50 comments Reddit posts. And I'm like, you did the thing that you would later complain that he did. Like, what the fuck are you on about? That's what, and yours is even worse, if anything. See, if the top comment on a YouTube video is 800 to 1,000, and there are some hate comments that are at like 400, I think that is something to note about a video. About a video's general reception, is it not? Is that not something to note? That feels pretty noteworthy, but he's like, I don't even know why he's noting this. I was like, okay, man. And then you do the same thing but worse. It's like, what the hell? Okay, Bernie. If anything, I was also looking for a reason to dislike the guy, so he had an advantage on that video. Because I was like, yeah, some of his newer content isn't really appealing to me, right? Some of this guy's newer the person being dissed, some of the newer content wasn't appealing to me, so I was like, you know what? Maybe my tint glasses are coming off or something. And now then I came out liking him more, so it's like, oh, okay. I'm saying give this guy every chance to prove his point, and then there was no point made. I know I'm not saying names, but I don't like saying names in these scenarios. I feel it's rude.
Just means the wing has to attach here. I'm gonna draw the whole live. If you be my now, yeah, I'm getting tired.
almost done. I should at least get line art done before I pass out. Maybe I take another phone break. Where's my phone? Another phone break to de-stress. I mean, I never use this. I have not brought this up in a while, this button I have. It even took this stupid a second to load it because I use it so little. 10-minute break. I haven't used this one in forever, though. So I was like, oh, you never bring that up. I haven't loaded that image yet. What are you doing? I'm doing alright. bum, bum. Comfortable. My 10-minute break is almost over. Womp womp. And since we still haven't hit the third pink podcast. Alright, I guess I'll get back to work. Yeah, I think I might just finish the liner and get off. There to continue.
video. My soul, I can't even explain it. It's been my soul, keep on
Yeah, I think I have to stop for now. I could probably finish it if I push myself, but I'm so tired. I'm so tired right now.
feeding myself, feeding myself. It's probably the 4th time I've saved this stream. I need to find someone to raid. Let's hope there's someone doing art. I want to watch art. I have like 80 tabs open today. Goddamn. I'm hungry. Can you show me my followed channels? Fucking. Thank you. No, how is there no arts today? How is no one doing art? I'd rather raid someone I've already have raided before than raid someone new. I'll take like 2 seconds to look at the art tab. If not, I have someone who I would want to raid anyway. Let's look at the art tab. There's like one person maybe I'd want to raid from the art tab.
want to read Adelaide. Finally, I appreciate Trump today. Here's a message you don't want to. Here's the description of this program. You will get you guys 80 points as cheap as you can make it.